30th of July, which you all have reported on a number of occasions, we had a homicide that occurred in the 3400 block of McGrath Street. We've made 3 arrests in that case, but since that case, we've had a number of violent crimes that have involved firearms, and we're not suggesting that every one of these firearms crimes are linked. We suspect that a few may be. We do know with certainty that some are domestic related, but the purpose is to specifically hit a little bit on last night and the night before Sunday night, because we had 2 children hit, which is especially disturbing. But I want to talk about our violent crime and gun crime in general, and appeal to the residents, the public, to assist us in this. But as I said, beginning on the 30th of July, we started with a homicide on McGrath Street. We've had 10 other incidents of gun violence. Last night being the most recent, we had an 11-year-old female struck one time. She's in stable condition. It was a number of shots were fired from or near a vehicle into a crowd of people. We very fresh and ongoing investigation, but again, we're trying to literally connect dots, and this map, which we'll provide to you all, just kind of plots the locations that they've occurred, and we do believe that there's possibly a gang nexus to a couple of these shootings, and we have a number of at least 2 vehicles that we're looking for that we're going to ask for your all's assistance in pushing out, and we'll provide those pictures to you as well. But last night, a little bit before 11, officers responded to shots fired, and again they found an 11-year-old that had been hit by gunfire and transported to the hospital, underwent surgery, and is in stable condition. And then on Sunday, in the same apartment complex on Falling Springs Road, a few units down, we had another shooting with the same MO. Car pulled up and shots were fired either from the car or from someone standing near the car into one of the apartments, and a bullet struck a 13-year-old boy in the neck, and he was transported to the hospital and is in stable condition. These again are very troubling, and the one thing that's kind of stood out in my mind is we've had very little tips or assistance from the community, and that's concerning to me. I think we have to ask ourselves the question: when is enough enough? And we know that we have a gun crime problem. We know we have a violent crime problem. That is a area of major focus for this department and for law enforcement in the Midlands. Our multi-agency gang task force, the Midlands Gang Task Force, is involved in every one of these. They're working hand in glove with the Criminal Investigations Division. We know we've had some shootings in the county. There's communication back and forth, just as we saw in the most recent property crime. There's good communication between agencies. We don't look at that as an impediment. We look at that as a force multiplier and a strength force. But I think the one component that we're lacking is consistent citizen involvement, and that's really the purpose of what we're talking about today. And we're appealing to our citizens, and especially in the affected neighborhoods, Latimer Manor, the Fall Springs Road area, Harper Street, Merriam Avenue, Richland Street. Again, these are all areas where we've had either shots fired into a dwelling or people hit with non-fatal wounds, but at times they were what we believe to be intended targets, or we don't We don't know if the shooters were acquainted with the victims or not, but we do believe in multiple occasions they were intended targets. And then the Fall Spring Road is concerning because we feel like the gunfire was random, just to make a point. So we'll provide the map, some vehicles of interest to push out, and I'll try to answer any questions that I can, knowing that